Dawson Rider review.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here, and welcome to my review for the RFK series, or RKF series, I keep calling it RFK, RKF Rider Kicks figure series for Kamen Rider Geo and Geiz, our two main riders for the series. Sorry I'm a little bit late on this review. There was some stuff, just like with some of the ride watches, that I was kind of storing up for a shipment, but it's here now. I just really wanted to point out, I just like with the build one, that I can make fun sound effects, so subscribe to my videos. No, I'm just kidding. Well, sort of. Well, but yes. Anyway, I really like the boxes on these. There's something I want to mention about them in regards to these figures again, but I really like the design for them. I like the closed box approach, like the cool pictures of the figures and the cool, you know, promotional photos. It just looks neat. I really like them. But anyway, the reason I was saying I wanted to mention something about the boxes is that I wanted to say that these figures honestly kind of remind me of candy toy figures. They're not bad, but they overall kind of feel cheap. Like the boxes remind me a lot of candy toy figure boxes I've gotten in the past where they look kind of cool, but they're just kind of cheap throwaway boxes and you get inside and there's just a couple little things with them. Like, here's what they come with. Geiz has everything that he comes with on him. There's not really a whole lot more he could come with, but he just has this axe mode. Geo, he gets his sword here like this, and then he gets this alternate hand, which is on his hand right now, and then this is the original one, just as standard holding things hand. But yeah, they just feel like kind of like a half measure. Let's focus on Geo first. And to start off, let's do scale before I forget. In case you didn't watch my build Rider Kicks figure, then how dare you. Here it is next to a Figuart. This is Figuarts build, obviously. I should have lied to you and see if you noticed. Like, oh yeah, this is Figuarts Kamen Rider Wing Knight. And then here is a BCR series figure for scale. So you can see definitely shorter and smaller in stature from both of these types of lines. The, like, you know, previous sort of more cost-effective gimmicky line, and then Figuarts. But so yeah, that's a scale size for you. But it's overall not really bad. I mean, the details I think are pretty decent-ish. The paint looks pretty good. I think they did a good job on the pink, giving it kind of a shine to it. Everything else here is fine. There is some sort of boring-ish parts to it. I feel like the white molding on this driver just really stands out. More so on Geiz because he's red, so it really contrasts off of it. The back is just so, like, look at that. Just check out the back, nothing. But yeah, it's very okay. The articulation's decent. You know, you got the movement here, the single joint. You got the swiveling here. Nice leg joints. No loose problems so far. I own 3 of these figures right now, and no loose joint problems, which is nice. Ball joint here. You get some pretty good head movement. You get chest and waist articulation, so pretty well articulated. They're so average. Like, I don't mind them. I do think they're pretty decent-ish, again, to use that technical big word, decent-ish, for somebody that wants like a figure now or just doesn't want to spend the money on the Figuarts. But they're just, I feel like, a step down from some of the better gimmick line figures that actually worked well. Like the WAP ones is kind of a shining example for me for just Wizards forms, mainly the original ones because I thought they looked really good. Like, I feel like he looks a bit cheaper than Geo. I feel like the details on this aren't as good. I feel like this contrasts more. This looks more like cheap up here. This looks cheaper down here. Just compared to the way he looks in the show, it just looks cheaper. Like, just looking at them next to each other like we had, this one just looks like a little more polished detail-wise, which just kind of bothers me. And like, again, you can see the white really stands out on that bit. Articulation, obviously the same. They're using the core, same mold, or the same core mold, excuse me. But yeah, they're very okay, honestly. I'm trying to think of like a way to recommend these. Like, again, I don't think they're that bad if you just want something right now. Like, you plan on getting the figure art, maybe, maybe not, but you have to have an articulated figure on your desk at this moment. Then, okay, sure, they're not that bad, but they're not that great either. If you don't want to like put stickers on stuff too, and for the other alternatives, then, you know, that's kind of a good option. One thing I can say that's positive about these guys that I like is I like that I can just get these guys for their base molds, and there's nothing about the design of the gimmick of the armor that prevents me from enjoying these just as they are. Like with the build figures, like I famously complained about this not being able to turn, and there's other previous lines where there's something about the way the core gimmick works that prevents you from just kind of enjoying the figure for itself, so I can appreciate that. But overall, I think these are very okay-ish figures, but I can't really recommend them as absolutely must-have and go out and get them because I think there are and will be some potentially better alternatives. Anyway, that's about it. Until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, don't forget to climb the steps and ring that bell to get the notifications for all my videos. Until next time, Dawson Rider, signing out.